Welcome into another edition of WST Weekly. My name is Connor Hrabchak. On today's episode, we've got a ton to get to. The Bombers had a game this week. The Goldeyes have won 6 straight games. The Sea Bears played against Teddy Allen, and the Jets made a signing as well. I'm going to break it all down here on this episode. Let's start where the fire is. The Winnipeg Goldeyes have won 6 straight games. Everything is going right for the Goldeyes right now. As you can see behind me, they've won all 6 of their last games, 3 of them coming on the road, 3 of them coming at home. The Sioux City Explorers picked up 7-0 wins, 6-5 and 5-4 to sweep that series. And then they returned home, and Friday night, the 16-10 win was throwback night. So the Goldeyes wore their throwback jerseys. It was a great crowd, and they got their money's worth as a 16-10 win. That is just fireworks from front to finish. 3-0 on the Saturday, and then 8-0 closing out that series with an exclamation point over the Milwaukee Milkmen. The Winnipeg Goldeyes, what a run they are putting together here. The hottest team in the American Association, 6 straight wins, and now they remain on the road for the next week. The Bombers could have been one of those Winnipeg teams that was on fire as well. If they had won this game, it would have been their 3rd straight, but they dropped it to the Saskatchewan Roughriders 19-9. And simply put, the offense just struggled from start to finish. Saskatchewan, one of the best defenses in the CFL. They showed why. 3 turnovers, only 1 sack defensively, 13 first downs, and 322 net yards for the offense. Not great. The Riders sit at 5-1, and the Bombers at 2-5 in a critical part of their season. Next week, they'll play against Toronto. Then they'll start a home-and-home series against the BC Lions, the top team in the West Division. So interesting times for the Bombers, who dropped this one to the Roughriders. It looked like they showed some improvement against Ottawa and against Calgary, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but the offense really stalled out against one of the top defenses in the CFL. They'll look to get back on track next week against the Toronto Argonauts. The Sea Bears picked up a win in the Teddy Allen revenge game. It was his first game back inside Canada Life Centre since being let go from the team a few weeks ago, and the Sea Bears picked up a 97-93 win. The field goal percentage and the 3-point percentage, they were behind in those categories, but the rebounds made up for it. Rebounding has been a massive struggle point for the Sea Bears this season. In this game, they dominated it, and the turnovers were almost even. But what everyone wanted to know, Teddy Allen, Justin Wright-Foreman, they each had 24 points, so no one really got the best of one another, but the Sea Bears picked up the win, and that's what's most important. The Sea Bears, now with one more home game on Tuesday, and they actually announced the other day that they are opening the upper deck. So pack out the building, go check it out. Tuesday night, Canada Life Centre, the Winnipeg Sea Bears taking on the Calgary Surge in their final home game of the regular season. As for the Winnipeg Jets, the only real news of the week is that they re-signed Ville Heinola to a 2-year deal worth $800,000 per season. In his NHL career, he's played 35 games, he's got 1 goal, 10 assists, and 11 points. Last season, Rick Bowness said that Heinola made the team out of training camp before fracturing his ankle in the final preseason game. He'll have to carry that same momentum into training camp this year as he did last year to maybe win that job for the 6th defenseman spot on the 3rd pair. He has a leg up this season as he is no longer waivers exempt. Therefore, the Jets, if they want to send him down to the AHL, he'll have to go through waivers. And Heinola, a former first-round pick, he would absolutely get claimed on waivers. He will be with the big club this season, fighting maybe with Logan Stanley for that 6th defensive spot. That'll be an interesting battle to watch in training camp. Ville Heinola, 2 more years at $800,000 per season for the Winnipeg Jets. Now it's time to hand out the 3 stars of the week, but before we do that, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this every single Monday morning. I break down the entire Winnipeg summer sports scene every single Monday on this show, WST Weekly. I appreciate the support. Let's get into the 3 stars of the week, which has been dominated by the Winnipeg Goldeyes. My 3rd star of the week is Sea Bears forward Simon Hildebrandt. He had a fantastic game on Saturday night against the Saskatchewan Rattlers. As you can see here, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 50% from the field, shooting 7 for 14, and 50% from 3, shooting 5 for 10. He has been a great player. Last year was a rookie, really following it up this year in the starting lineup, and this game was one of his best, hitting 5 threes. He'll look to carry that into the final home regular season game on Tuesday. Simon Hildebrandt, my 3rd star of the week for his great performance against the Rattlers on Saturday night. My 2nd star of the week is Dason Cruz. He finally got his first home run of the season this week. As you can see there, he's on the board, 1 home run, but the rest of the stats, very impressive. 332 batting average, 388 on base percentage, 32 RBIs, and 82 hits on the season for Dason Cruz. He was a rookie last year, put together a fantastic campaign. He's following it up this year. His batting average is even higher. His on-base percentage is even higher, and he has been a stalwart in the Goldeyes middle of the lineup. Dason Cruz, my second star of the week on WST Weekly. My first star of the week is Goldeyes pitcher Joey Matulovic, who put together a fantastic performance on the road against the Sioux City Explorers. As you can see here, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. You only put 3 batters on base over the span of 7 innings. You're going to have a pretty good night. That's what Joey Matulovic did. Only 1 hit allowed in the win for Matulovic, who's been far and away the best pitcher in the American Association this season, and a big reason why the Goldeyes are fighting for first place in the West Division. Their pitching staff, their bullpen, they've got it all right now. The bats are backing them up as well. Joey Matulovic, my first star of the week on WST Weekly. And here it is, the upcoming sports schedule here in Winnipeg as we roll through the month of July. On the 27th, the Bombers will be taking on the Toronto Argonauts. 2-5 on the season. They'll look to avoid going 2-6 ahead of their home and home against BC. That's a big game for the Bombers. Got to get in the win column. The Sea Bears, their final home regular season game, as I said before, they're opening the upper deck. Grab your tickets if you haven't already. They take on the Calgary Surge, who are 10-7 on the season. That'll be a great game. And the last one until you can check them out next season. The Goldeyes, they're going to hit the road. They actually have a bit of a break. Their first game on the road trip comes Thursday, July 25th, and they return home Tuesday, July 30th. If you want to go check them out, take advantage of the gorgeous weather that we've been having here in Winnipeg. Tuesday, July 30th, they'll be back through the August long weekend. Plenty of opportunities to head out to Blue Cross Park and catch the hottest team in the American Association right now. And lastly, Valor FC, they're still on the road, but then August 4th, they'll return home and they have 4 straight home games. So lots of opportunities to get out to Princess Auto Stadium and catch Valor FC. And Assiniboia Downs racing continues through the summer. Huss and Remus are making their picks every single day on WST Daily. Check that out if you haven't already. That's going to do it for this episode. If you haven't already, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this in the future. We actually just released our debut edition of WST Deep Dive with myself and Les Hood over on the WST YouTube channel. Go check it out. We analyzed Colby Barlow's game, even spoke to him at development camp, and included some audio clips from there. It turned out to be really great, so go check it out. And I'll be back next week breaking down all the games as I usually am every single Monday morning. It's a packed schedule this week, so enjoy the games, and I will see you next Monday. Have a great week, everyone.